With your plan images loaded into your project and organized in your pages list, the concept in BC Estimator is that you're going to draw or trace over the top of these plan images to collect information on how much material is needed for your project. In order for the materials to be calculated correctly, a scale must be applied to each page that you're going to draw on. Since a wrong scale could result in incorrect values, it's important that an accurate scale be applied to each page. Note that detail pages, or pages that you don't intend to draw on or measure on, don't need to be scaled. Just the pages that you're actually going to be drawing or measuring on are the ones that need to have a scale applied to them. When it comes to scaling, you have two different approaches: auto-scaling or manually scaling. Auto-scaling is good when you have a set of prints that is accurate and not been digitally altered in any way or has not been scanned. Here, if we look at this page and we think it's an accurate print, we can see that the scale has been noted as 1/4 inch per foot. So we'll right-click on the page, come to the scale, and choose 1/4 inch per foot. As we do, you can see the toolbar changes across the top. We have other tools available to us now, and we're now in draw mode. But before we start drawing, it's always good to double check our dimension. So we'll choose the dimension tool, come and find a dimension on the plan and see if it matches. As we draw this across, we'll also note something else. Here it looks like the page is not perfectly level. The red line is level, the lines on the print are not. In addition, when we measure it, we can see that the measurement we get from the digitizer is 14 feet 9 inches instead of the 13 feet 4 inches that we should have. So while auto-scaling can be a very effective tool for many sets of plans, for this particular plan image, it was not the correct method to use. So we'll delete our measurement, click the Go to Prep button so that we can go back here to the page and fix it. We'll reset the page, bringing us back to how we started, and now we'll take the manual method to scaling a page and leveling it. First, we'll level or straighten the page. We'll click the Straighten Page button, and the idea is to trace a line on the page that we would expect to be perfectly horizontal on the page. We'll trace both ends, click the point, and now the page has been adjusted to make that line perfectly horizontal. Note that the leveling process is not a required step in scaling a page and only needs to be performed if the page is actually out of level. Now we'll come and we'll draw a measurement to define one scale line horizontally. We'll click one end of the line, and as we go by, we'll note that this line or this dimension is 38 feet. We'll click the other end, and a box pops up. In this case, the program assumed it was 38, which is correct, so we'll click OK. Now we're going to draw one line vertically on the page. Again, we'll click one end of the dimension line, and as we go to the other end, we'll note that this line is 33 feet long, is what it should be. So we'll click the other end of the dimension, and the box pops up. In this case, it's a little bit off, so we'll enter the value of 33 feet and click OK. Now that we've entered a horizontal and a vertical scale line for this page, we're ready to click the Go to Draw button. Come up to the top in the toolbar, click Go to Draw, and once again we can see the toolbar changes, noting that we're in draw mode. And once again, we can come and check our dimension line or check the scale of the page. Here we click one end of the line. Notice now that the dimension line is perfectly flat. The page has been properly leveled. And we'll click the other end and notice that we have 13 feet 4 inches to match our 13 foot 4 inch dimension line. Now that we've accurately scaled this page, we can move on to other pages in the pages list and scale them. And then it's time to start drawing our material.